Hello students, welcome to computer online classes. Today I'll conduct the part 2 of chapter 1. This is basically class 8 chapter 1 computer networking part 2. I'll discuss the left out topics that are not covered in the part 1. So if you haven't watched the part 1, so it's better to first watch the part 1 then come with this video. Now today I'll discuss about the following things in this video: the types of computer network, network topology, network architecture, accessing file from a shared device, and about the network security. So let's start with type of computer networks. There are a huge list of computer networks. So you are also aware of these networks also. These are some basic type of networks and the network connections, how we are connecting our network. So basis of some facts, there are following types of networks. PAN or personal area network. It is a computer network which is a smallest one and created by a single person. It is used for communicating between or establish a connection or communication between two or multiple devices by a single person. It exists, you can say, on a desk to a room only. We can use these networks, or we can create these networks to transfer the files, photos, songs, media from one system to another, from one device to another. It is the smallest network. Okay, you must have connect your laptop with the data cable or your mobile with the Wi-Fi. So you are creating a PAN in your location or in your room. It is just creating for, or we are just creating this network just for personal purpose. Let's move towards the next type of network. It is the LAN, local area network. A local area network is a computer network which is limited to a local area, which may be a laboratory, a school computer lab, a small office building, or a whole campus of a school. Okay, we are connecting with the various types of devices to the help of wires or maybe Wi-Fi or some low powered radio waves. A LAN, or sometimes, which is also, if we are connecting wirelessly, known as WLAN, and if we are connecting you can say using a Wi-Fi device or wireless routers, then it can known as LAN. LAWN means local area wireless network. We are connecting if we are connecting wirelessly. Okay, now move towards the next is the campus area network. You may not find this network in many of the books. However, it just resides between the LAN and the WAN, you can say, or MAN. Okay. A CAN is a computer area network or a campus area network with multiple local area networks. If we are connecting a local area network in the computer lab, and same wise I am also creating a computer network towards the scientific lab, science lab, then the both labs are connected with each other. That may be considered as a CAN. Okay, it is always less than WAN or MAN and greater than a LAN. It can be set up by the college, company, and so on. The next is the MAN. Metropolitan Area Network is a computer network that usually covers a large area other than the LAN. LAN is just suitable for a shorter area distance. If we are connecting a huge area which is greater than the LAN, then we are connecting it using the MAN also. So our network, it has an example. If a network that connects two offices in a city, that is known as a MAN. If I am having two offices in a same city, I am connecting through some medium by connecting my one office to another, I am establishing a connection or a network that is known as MAN, Metropolitan Area Network. The next and the last type of network is the WAN, Wide Area Network. Or if this network is the largest network exists in the world, it exists in the whole world. A WAN may be spread across the city, countries and continents also. So the famous example of WAN is internet. Computer and networks along the long distances are usually connected with OFCs, optical fiber cable, that I have been told in your part 1, satellite radio links, or maybe microwave radio link using antennas. So it is the largest network over the earth. So if I am talking about the distance wise, you can say PAN is the smallest area network, then LAN, then CAN or campus area network, then MAN and the WAN. I am just explaining these networks by their covering capacities. Okay, so you must aware and you have a knowledge about the types of network also. Now let's read about the topologies. Network topologies. Network topologies are, you can say, the layout patterns or the patterns by which we are connecting different types of computers and networking devices with each other so that they can form a network. If I am connecting my various devices, I am connecting in some means, some ways. So by the ways, or I am making a pattern of connecting. So the pattern of connecting is known as a topology. The computer and a network are also referred as a node, as I have already told you that nodes or any device which is connected on a network is known as a node. There are basically 4 main types of topologies exist in daily world. So first and the simplest topology is the bus topology. Bus topology is the topology by which we can create the connection using a single cable, and the single data cable or single cable is known as the bus. All the data transmission, all the computers are connected through this bus only. This bus is bidirectional, means you can receive or send the data through this bus only. Means a bus is there, all the connections, I am showing you the example and the connection like this. I am creating a bus here, it is the bus, all the connections are done with this bus. Data can be sent and received using this bus only. So if the address of a computer is that of the intended recipient, it accepts the data, otherwise data is rejected. So data traveled to each and every node. All the nodes connecting with the bus, the data is traveled to each and every node, and to whom the data is concerned only kept those data, otherwise it rejects the data. The advantage, the famous advantage, that it is quite easy to establish, but the major disadvantage is if the bus will break, then data cannot be transmitted even on a single computer. Okay, so all the data transfer relies on the central bus, and it is equally important for the data transmission. So the next topology is the ring topology. What is the ring topology? Ring topology is the pattern of connecting a network in which each and every node is connected to the others 2 nodes. Okay, so each computer is connected to the 2 others 2 computers, so it will form a structure like a ring. So as you already seen, you have a picture over here. You can see a node is connected with another node, and the same another node is also connected with its right hand and left hand nodes. So it is forming a ring like structure. That is why it is known as ring topology. In this topology, data can be transmitted in only one directional. It is not bidirectional. It is also that if the ring is break, so any ring or any computer is back down on a ring, it disables the whole network. If it is bidirectional, it is unidirectional. If it is bidirectional, then data can be transmitted by the second way. But if it is unidirectional, so you cannot transfer the data even in any condition if the ring will break or the node is not working. Okay. Now next move to the next is the star topology. A star topology is the topology where we are forming a pattern of devices like a star connected. All the computers that are connected to the central computers, or this central computers is also known as central node. The data is exchanged between any two computers through the central node only. So if we have to send in data towards two nodes that are residing on the other end, but we have to transmit the data through the central node only because it is forming a structure like a star. So each and every data is exchanged through one node to another, have to pass from the central node. The central node controls all the activities of the nodes. More computer can be easily added on the network. It is a simple. You have to just do the nothing. You have to click, or you can say connect the particular central node to the new computer, and your data can be exchanged and your network can be enhanced or extended. So extension is not having a problem in the star topology. The breakdown of computers. If any computer connected in a star topology other than the central node, if it will break down or not working, then it will not affect on the network. But the failure of the central node disable the communication across the entire network, because the central node is responsible for transferring the data here and there. So if it will not working, the data communication cannot take place. Now next is the mesh topology, or you can say the last topology. It is also known as the hybrid topology. It's just every computer is in the mesh topology. Every computer is connected to every other computer on the network. So each and every computer is connected towards the other computer. It is known as full mesh topology. Okay, it is very expensive because each and every computer needs to connect with the other computer, and we require networking components like wires or wireless technology for connecting the same. But a normal partial mesh technology where no pattern like a star, bus or ring like can be made, but it is connected towards the other, but all the computers are not connected. Only few other computers are connected with each other. That is a partial mesh, as the figure shows. The first figure tells about the full mesh technology. Each and every computer is connected. Each and every computer is connected towards the other computer, but here in the partial mesh, only few of them are connected, and rest can not be. So it doesn't follow any rule. It may be connected arbitrarily and as per the user's requirement. Now come to the network architecture. You have learned about the network topology, types of computer network. Now the network architecture. Overall design of a computer network that describes how a computer network is configured and what strategy is being used is known as the network architecture. How computer can be configured, network can be configured, what strategy we are going to maintain is known as computer architecture. Network architecture is basically you can say focus on the function of the network, also known as network model or network design. There are two types of network architecture. How we are going to transfer our data using like client and server architecture and peer-to-peer architecture. Most of the time you are using the client server architecture. However, in some means and in some condition, peer-to-peer or P2P architecture is also used. So let us learn about the client server architecture. So client server network architecture is a network in which the shared file and application are stored in the server. Server is a powerful machine other than the client, and all the network users like clients can be store their files on the system and can access anytime with the help of request and response method. So client will request to the server for getting the resources, files and anything, and on the basis of response the server gives the permission or access to those resources. A server is a computer system that shares information and resources with other computer on a network, as I already told this. A client is a computer which requests services or file from a server computer, as it is also, I have told you that client requests for the resource or files from the server, and it can be granted or it cannot be granted. It can be rejected also by the server system. So it is also based on request and response method. Now, if I am talking about next architecture, that is your peer-to-peer architecture. Peer-to-peer architecture is architecture where each and every nodes are working like a server and client. A PC can access file located on the another PC and can also provide files to the other PC. So what will happen in this? Here no one is client and no one is server. All are servers, all are client. If any client wants a file from another client, he or she can have it. It can be easily accessed, and it can also provide the access to its own file also to others. So all the computers in the peer-to-peer network have equal responsibilities. There is nothing like boss, like server and client methods, and they have the capability to use the resources available on the network. All are having treated equally. So each and every computer in the peer-to-peer server architecture are having the equal responsibilities and rights over the resources and files stored on them and on others also. So with peer-to-peer network, no server is needed. Each computer is called in the network is called a peer. So in the peer-to-peer architecture, P2P architecture, each and every computer is known as a peer. Now, accessing file from a shared device. How we can access if we are going to connect any computer system? How we can do that? It can be easily by using File Explorer, or I am always also tell you how we can do it additionally. So first, if you are having the knowledge of the path and the computer name, then what will you do? Then you have to just nothing do, open the File Explorer, in the address bar type the full address and click enter. You can have the share. Okay, you can share this particular file. If you are not having the you can say address and this, then so what will you do? You will open the network icon on the desktop. If found, if not found, you can do it by the start menu, searching on the start menu button and open the network icon. So a list of all the shared devices or computers will be open. You can select on any computer or your target computer and click on the computer, find the required file and access your file as per your requirement. So it can be done very easily. It is nothing very special. However, if login security is there, so you have to provide the login ID and password also. If it is open to all, then you can access freely. Okay. Now come to the network security. As I have told you that network security, that you have a login security like. So if any computer is connected on a network, it can be accessed by many users. As I have told you that in a network there are more than one user connected. So it can be accessed by any computer connected in a particular network. We have to follow some security measures to protect our network from unauthorized access and to prevent our data and information theft. What are the information theft? To the computer, the theft is file can be shared. So it makes computer attacked by the virus, worm, Trojan horse, and so that it can be easily spread towards the network and harm your PC along with your personal documents. So don't take it lightly. Network security is very essential for us. There are two levels of security. First is the login security. What is the login security? Login security means each and every user will have some type of login ID and password. So if he or she wants to use the computer system over the network, he has to input his unique ID, that is login ID, that is the username and password to access the data. So we can have the knowledge about the you can say authorized uses. So who is going to use or who is authorized or unauthorized. So we can do it by using the login security. But sometimes it may also visible that it may steal or stole by some other person. So it can be accessed authentically, right, but not by the right person. Authorized person is not there. So what we can do it more secure by using the right security. So each and every person over the network, we will be assigned the rights on the role of them. So if anyone having the role which is lower than the another one, so we can assign the rights which is lower than others. Like if I want to read the file, so we can provide the rights of read-only access, not the read-write access. If I am having the work of read and write, then I can get the read and write access. So on the basis of right security, we can provide the rights towards the user on the basis of their username, or you can say that login ID. You can have the rights like read-only access, no access at all, or read-write access. A combination of these two rights or more than two rights can also be granted to the same user as basis of the data on the basis of their roles also. So network security is also an important and equivalent role in the performing the network communication. That's all for the day. It is the last topic of your chapter. If you are having any query, you can send me the direct message, or you can comment your query in the comment box. Thank you and have a nice day. If you are having any queries, so I'll make a next problem solving session also. So comment your queries and send me your queries as per your requirement. Thank you and have a nice day.